Check.
Good, yourself?
Good evening. I am Special Lieutenant Kim Better of the Michigan State Police, and I am just setting a couple of ground rules for this news conference. We will have a couple of different speakers, and at the end we will have time for a few questions. If you have questions about the spellings of names, I will step back up after the news conference and answer those questions. I'd like to introduce Chief William Renee from the Grand Blanc Township Police Department.
Thank you for joining us. As Lieutenant Vetter said, we will take a couple questions upon the conclusion of this press conference. With me here on the stage is Supervisor Scott Bennett, Fire Department Chief of Grand Blanc Township, Jamie Gent, DNR Chief, Jason Haynes, FBI Acting Special Agent in Charge, Ruben Coleman, and the ATF, James Deere, who is the special agent in charge for this area in Michigan. I have a couple updates for you. There is a couple additional bodies that we've discovered in the church. So that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims. As I said before, there has already been the suspect who is deceased as well. So we have 5 deceased persons from this tragic incident. Again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident that could have been completely avoided. And it's very tragic, and that's not what our community is. I'm confident that we're going to overcome this, as Grand Blanc always overcomes these type of incidents. I'd also like to acknowledge the heroism of not only the first responders, but the people who were inside that church at the time. They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety. Just hundreds of people just practicing their faith. Just extreme courage, brave, and that's the type of community that we are. Law enforcement, again, we were on scene within 30 seconds from that original 911 call. Within 8 minutes, that suspect was neutralized in the back parking lot of the church by a DNR officer and a Grand Blanc Township officer. So where we're at right now, we're working tirelessly. We're working all night on this particular incident. I know that you guys have questions, and it's not only this community, but it's nationwide, all throughout the United States. So we're working hand in hand with our federal partners. So I'd like to introduce FBI Agent Ruben Coleman to you, who he will give you an update on where he's at within the federal investigation. Sir.
Thank you, Chief. My name is Ruben Coleman, and I am the Acting Special Agent in charge of FBI Detroit Field Office, which covers the entire state of Michigan. First, I want to sincerely express our condolences to the victims of this shooting, their families, and this entire community. I would like to also thank Chief Rennie, the Grand Blanc Township Police Department, and all of our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners, other first responders, and the community members for their immediate actions in this situation. This act of violence has no place in our state or anywhere else in our country. The FBI is committed to continue finding out the facts, circumstances, and motives behind this tragedy. I can confirm at this time that the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating this as an act of targeted violence. FBI crisis response teams such as our evidence response teams, SWAT, Special Agent Bomb Technicians, victim specialists were deployed to the scene. We also have special agents who are continuing to conduct interviews and intelligence and professional staff personnel providing research and analysis. I would like to thank them for their work on this case. We ask that members of the public share any information that would assist us in this investigation, and we encourage them to please report to the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or tips.fbi.gov. Any piece of information could be crucial. We ask that you keep the victims of this tragedy, their families, and the entire community in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The Michigan State Police continues to respond to several locations throughout the community as we receive additional bomb threats at other locations. Please continue to stay vigilant, and if you see something suspicious, say something. Call the FBI tip line or call 911 to report suspicious activity. This incident is an active investigation. Investigators are tirelessly combing through evidence under difficult circumstances and working to identify each victim as quickly and accurately as possible. The Family Assistance Center will be open from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday and Tuesday at the Genesis Conference and Banquet Center at 805 Health Park Boulevard in Grand Blanc. If you are still looking for missing family members related to this incident, you may call 248-705-7352 for assistance. The FAC is available to everyone in the community, victims, family members of victims, and community members seeking support who just want to talk. Trained counselors and victim services will be on site. We do not need volunteer counselors at this time, and we are not accepting donations of goods at this time. Please continue to monitor the Grand Blanc Township Facebook page for the latest updates. Once verified donation centers are made public, we will put those on the Facebook page. Also, the next update will be provided, update time will be provided on that Facebook page. And we'll open up to questions this time.
Chief, has the church been cleared of bodies or victims? And if you could answer it for you, please.
So, as I said, we're working around the clock now. So, we're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So, to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire. So these first responders right now, they're in recovery mode. They're trying to fight through all the debris from the fire. So no, we have not cleared the entire church just yet.
And a quick follow-up, of the victims, the 4 dead, can you say how many were shot or how many died as a result of the fire?
I could say this, 2 have been shot as a result, or have been shot, 2 of the deceased.
Do you know how many people are unaccounted for?
No, I don't know how many people are unaccounted for at this time. We do know that there are some that are unaccounted for.
Can you explain a little bit about how the fire started at the church?
I will leave that up to the ATF, Agent Deere.
The question again?
How did the fire start at the church?
For this incident, the fire started basically the suspect. All indications on this investigation are the suspect used an accelerant of some sort, we believe gasoline, and lit the church on fire.
Was it an IED he may have used?
There are, at this point, I'm not going to comment on IEDs. I will confirm that there were some suspected explosive devices that were located. But as far as using them to initiate the blaze, I can't say that. This scene is actively being investigated by ATF. Most people don't know that ATF is the federal arson police, and we have a team from across the country coming in, our national response team. It is a cadre of expert fire investigators that are coming here from across the country to investigate this scene and get to the cause or the origin and cause of this fire.
Lieutenant Butter, we saw that there was possibly a bomb threat at the Meyer on Atherton and Center yesterday. Is that connected to this? And is the home that we saw being searched over there the home of the suspect?
Yeah, that's all still part of the investigation. sorry. That is still all part of the investigation. We're still working to determine if any of that is related.
Can we speak to the motive? We're hearing speculations that it might have anything to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination in Utah.
That's exactly what it is, a speculation, and we won't come to those types of conclusions for some time.
Do you know if there's any connection between the suspect and the church or its members? Any prior connection?
Again, part of the investigation, we're not going to speculate at this time. Right now, we are working tirelessly to recover the victims of this incident and reunite families. Please be patient as we work through that process.
Were the law enforcement officers there close to the scene, and how they were able to respond so quickly within just seconds?
Thankfully, yes.
Were there any additional bomb threats? Are there anywhere that the community should be aware of or safety account?
The community should remain vigilant, and anytime they see something suspicious, they should report it immediately.
There's at least one other report that a local church was searched by the bomb squad.
We've searched multiple churches this evening for bomb threat protocol, yes.
Is that based on actual threats?
Yes.
Okay.
We've received 911 calls about bomb threats or other indications that there was a bomb at a different location. Some of them were churches, and we've responded and cleared those locations.
Did those threats come after the suspect was killed at the church?
Yes.
Was there an officer at the church already?
I think that's part of the investigation. Do you have a comment on it?
Were those LDS churches where the bomb threats were, or were there other denominations?
I can't.
Can I speak to a vote?
Yeah, I can't answer that at this time. But
What else can we say about the suspect? You know, we're not going to talk about motive, yes, but what else can we say? Anything about him at all?
right now, what we'd like to do is talk about the heroism that we saw today, the people who responded in such a valiant way to protect the others, both law enforcement, fire department, EMS. Everybody did an excellent job working together to keep people as safe as they possibly could.
We stopped by Holy Family Catholic Church, and there was a heavy police presence there. Is this at all connected to one of those bomb threats that you're mentioning? Is it potentially connected to the incident today at the LDS Church?
I don't have knowledge of that exact location. Do you have anything? Okay. That's going to be all for questions. I thank you for coming and appreciate the assistance.
Can we get your name again, please?
Sure. Yep. I'm Specialist Lieutenant Kim Vetter, Michigan State Police. Vetter.
V is in Baker or V is in Victor?
V is in Victor.
Thank you.
Any of the injuries, any of the people just injured by fire, by burns?
We're still working on that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Still just 8 people in the hospital?
James Deere, D-E-I-R. D is in David, E-I-R.
Okay. Any other spelling? It's the only other questions we're taking. No? Okay. FBI, Acting Special Agent in Charge, Reuben, R-E-U-B-E-N, Coleman, C-O-L-E-M-A-N.
In your title, ma'am?
Specialist Lieutenant,
Specialist Lieutenant? James, D-U-D-I?
D-I-E-R. Thank you.
Hey, you want to try to? You want to try to flag Swansonville?
I mean, shit, I could ask him.
All you can do is say no.
Yeah, I bet.
You guys know how much?
We were back a lot. We were in. I was in by 11:40.
All right.
I was at the church at my church, and I got a call. Yep, at 11:30, 11:20 something. I was like, sure.
Yeah, man.
We were having issues though as far as trying to get a TDU. Oh, I need to let you know to get. You gotta get a TDU. Hey Mike, Ronnie says for us to grab his TDU.
And just basically looking for.
Okay, alright. Alright, I'm gonna I'm taking my ambulance coming out this way. I'm gonna need y'all to give me room, please. We'll do. Appreciate y'all.
Good afternoon. Hi. Make sure that everybody's ready. So, everybody ready? Okay. Hi, I'm Grambling Township Police Chief William Rennie. That's R-E-N-Y-E. Here to give you some preliminary details on an incident that happened earlier today at 10:25 a.m. within Grambling Township. First off, I'd like to say our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident, which is completely unnecessary and avoidable. The incident that we're going to talk about here today, as I said, was happening at 10:25 a.m. at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is located at 4285 McCandless Road. During this incident, what we know right now is that a 40-year-old suspect from Burton, he's a male, he drove his vehicle through the front doors of the church. He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church. 10 gunshot victims have been transported to local hospitals at this time, including one who has been deceased. Officers who were trained immediately responded to the area. One was a DNR officer, and then one was a Grambling Township officer, where they met the suspect and they engaged in gunfire with that particular individual, neutralizing that suspect, and that suspect is no longer with us. As I said, it is a 40-year-old male from Burton. During all this incident as well, there was a fire that occurred, and we believe that was deliberately set by the suspect. We do believe that we will find additional victims once we have that scene secure. That fire was just extinguished by the Grambling Township Fire Department within the past hour. So where we go from here is we have investigators. We're going to do search warrants on the suspect's residence. We're going to find out if there was a motive. We're going to go through cell phone records, things like that. We had FBI, they're devoting 100 agents to this area, because as you can imagine, there's a lot of witnesses that were within the church, and that is a lot of witness information statements that we have to obtain. So I'd like to thank all the agencies who responded, the City of Grand Blanc, Genesee County, Oakland County Sheriff's Office, Flint Township Police Department, the DNR, the State Police, and the ATF. I will provide additional information for you at 5 p.m., but I am willing to take any questions that you have that I could possibly answer right now.
Chief, can you talk about the kind of the progress of events? Did the suspect set the fire, then get back inside of his vehicle and then slam the front door, or did it all happen at the same time?
So from what I understand, and again, this is just a preliminary investigation right now, from what I have been briefed on, is that he rammed the vehicle through the front door, exited, then started firing shots. We are still trying to determine exactly when and where that fire ended up coming from and how it got started. So we believe it was deliberately set, though, by the suspect.
Were they in an active service when this happened?
Yes, the service was active. There was hundreds of people within the church.
Are you sure it's only one suspect at this point, or is it possible other people helped setting the fire? What happened?
Yes, it is one suspect that we know of at this point. We do not believe that there's a threat to the public. We believe that we have the guy who did this. Sir.
Could you comment at all on the severity of the injuries at this time?
We have a couple in critical condition. Like I said, one is deceased. The rest of them are in stable condition.
So a couple, maybe 3 or 2, I'm sorry?
One deceased. The suspect is deceased as well. And then multiple victims are in critical condition. We do believe that we will find some additional victims once we find the area where the fire was.
Any word on the weapon yet?
An assault rifle.
So, any, as far as ammunition, did he have a lot of ammunition?
That I don't know of yet, and I could get you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hey.
Was the suspect known to authorities, and he had any connection to anyone who was in that church?
Right now, we don't have any of that information, but I'm confident that our investigators, along with the FBI, we're going to end up uncovering all that information and provide that at a later time for you.
Chief, to clarify, you said there may be additional victims like inside the church? Or?
Yes, where the fire was. So, and the reason why we can't confirm that just yet is because it was a large fire, and we do believe that there was people up there that were near that fire, and they were unable to get out of the church. So we do believe that we will find additional victims once we're able to search that, once there's no signs of a fire reigniting.
So do you believe that the victims that are still there, they succumbed to fire injuries or gunshots, or you're not sure yet?
That I'm not sure, but I could provide all that information hopefully at 5 p.m.
The shots were fired.
Shots were fired, yes.
And he had no idea how many, though, at this point?
No idea how many at this time. Yeah.
Can you describe the church? Is there like a worship area and then like a gathering space or something like that in the community?
That I have not been in, so I can't tell you the layout.
Chief, can you kind of describe the process of how things change for tactical response when there's an active fire? Every training I've seen, it's always been a building that has not been on fire. So how do you deal with an active shooter when you have that situation happening as well?
Well, we are here at Grand Blanc Township, and there's a lot of agencies within the state of Michigan. We are specifically trained to go right to the threat in an active shooter situation. And I'm proud of my guys and the DNR who responded to this scene, who immediately took that suspect out, so there was no additional victims. So it was a great job by our staff. Okay.
So it was a law enforcement officer that neutralized the suspect?
Yes, there was 2 law enforcement officers involved. I will be back here at 5 p.m. to give you additional information and hopefully answer some of the questions that you guys went over here today. So, okay. Supervisor Bennett.
Hello, Scott Bennett, Grand Blanc Township Supervisor. Scott, S-C-O-T-T, Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-T. First, let me say we are heartbroken. This kind of violence doesn't happen in our community, and we are heartbroken that it came to Grand Blanc Township. and we're going to do everything we can to support the families, the victims, and our community getting through this situation. And it's something that no community ever wants to have. And we're going to do our best to do everything we can. We appreciate the outpouring of support from our elected leaders from both national and state in offering their assistance, and we probably will take them up on their offers. So we appreciate that very much, and we appreciate the community reaching out to us also. So the details are yet to come, Chief Rennie has said, and we'll wait for a little bit later today when we have the rest of the situation assessed. But it may take a little while to do that. But thank you for all the support, and I'm sure that the families and the victims are going to need that. It's a tragedy that nobody wants to encounter. Thank you.
Chief, before you step out, can you go over the process for family members, where you want them to go, who they should call to get more information on the invitation?
Yeah, so those family members, they are in a secure area right now. They have been taken over to Trillium, so that's where the FBI will interview them and then release them from there. So
I mean, in terms of anybody who might be at home who is not there, who wants to check in to see if their loved one is okay, is there a number or a place that you want us to go?
yes, you could call the Grand Blanc Township Police Department, 810-424-2611. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
that's what's going on. But I may and then I'm going to go up and head home well, that's what they're not. I don't know. I thought the same thing.
Holly Hill Boulevard to Lower Drive. Okay, let me know. And if there's over out here, it's at the drop in the heading and then it's on the way to the other side. So I think okay, thank you.
What's the room up in here? Maybe you want to go to the education center? Hopefully I might open it. Oh, absolutely.
I don't know like how I mean
Lots of things took quite a while, right? Yeah.
But I'll keep an eye out.
I've also been active on social media and now
more formal press conference with all the players involved at 5 o'clock at the Grand Lake Township Police Department. Because you may not be in the chain, I'd hate for you not to.
No, we got crews over there. You say anything to us now? Yes, sure.
5 o'clock, yeah.
You're going to be at the press conference.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening, so appreciate the community doing what they're doing, and pray for everybody involved. But it's a sad day.
Well, thanks, Sheriff.
Sure.
Watch behind you.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I get into my pocket of the business.
You probably can't drive there.
Well, I parked over here.
Yeah, you can walk. The active scene is actually coming through. So.
Right. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I can go through the back.
Hold on. Let me check. Let me check real quick before I give you that 100%. I don't want you to get yelled at. But I don't want Hey, any word if we could loosen up this outside perimeter? Because we got residents that need to get into their condos, and then we also have media here. So they really want to get a little closer, and they don't want to send a resident down to because it's just going to but I don't Right. But now since it's me personally, I don't
close are they letting you get? This? Really? Browser's fucked around, right?
I'm getting my gear on.
Yeah.
You got the GoPro. Dark something.
Oh.
By the time I get my gear out and change batteries and see the wheel, get it tuned in.
They wouldn't let you.
I'm walking up there and I'm getting pushed back.
Well, I don't think you can go any farther than here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just asked if we could move up a little bit. Well, maybe for 12 is up there. A little bit.
But their church is on the left side.
Yeah. You got music?
Who's this? Oh, whatever.
There's a big file.
Oh, good. All right. Well, just call Izzy today,
I did.
not tomorrow. Thank you for doing it. So, here's what I want. Here's the what I'm trying to express to you is that.
No, we're
go ahead. Well,
No, just now? Oh, it's the second victim?
we're hot.
we're hot right now. Are we still on the air?
No, we just got off there.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brian.
But they need me to stay up for 5 more minutes.
Okay, Brian. Well, let's not kind of get in front of your thing. If you're hot, do some other things. And then, hey, Brian. No, I don't think we're generating any content. Yeah, we're just filming.
That stuff I shot for you the other day in the good stuff?
Yeah, it's all great. Yeah. Oh, I think me, but that's
just getting
other stuff.
I was actually going to be working on it, but not now.
No, you were, but now you're
not this week.
Here's the interesting email I got. No, I'm not. Yeah, I wanted to show you that. Yeah. So, anyways, I want you to be able to contact. So I'm going to try to get us sort of situated. And well, we're not close to 6 o'clock, so we're not.
Is that your understanding of our first?
That's my understanding. Is that yours?
I hardly do.
Okay, we are. What's our location? We are
Holly and
at Holly and Clinton.
Canbush.
That's Dan Ray. That is Dan Ray. No way. Haley married Claire?
So who's working with Randy? Do you know?
I think Randy's supposed to be with us.
Oh, is he?
That was my understanding. It could have changed.
Randy Wendell?
Yeah.
We have like a prompter.
Yeah,
like
we
that
have
kind of.
Yeah. The idea is to get into some shade and then so you're not sweating right now.
I'm gonna guess we can get closer shortly. I'm gonna guess we can get closer to 6. He's gonna give another press conference at 5.
Say that to you. That wasn't in the email, but I don't want to. Yeah, we are.
Check mic check. Everybody good? All right, cool. Good, all right. I don't know if that was yours or not.
You might pass it.
No problem at all. Thank you. Anybody see Wi-Fi password?
Yeah, that's it. Amen. Okay. I'll be here with you. I'm so I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Good evening. I'm here to set the ground rules for this press conference. I'm Lieutenant Kim Better from the Michigan State Police. Grand Blanc Township Chief Rennie will be out here shortly to give a statement. He will be taking no questions. There will be an update at 8 p.m. If you would like to have names and spellings after the comments, I will step back up and answer those questions for you, and only those questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I bring all these folks up here on stage today because we couldn't do this as a community without everyone who's standing up here today. We got with me on stage U.S. Attorney Jerome Gorgon, Acting Special Agent in charge of the FBI Reuben Gleeman, Special Agent in charge of the ATF James Deere, Grand Blanc Township Supervisor Scott Bennett, Grand Blanc Township Fire Chief Gent, Genesee County Sheriff's Department Sheriff Chris Swanson, and MSP Michigan State Police Captain Greg Marenko. I'm going to provide an update from the incident that we spoke about earlier today. It occurred at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints at 10:25 a.m. I want to talk about our officer's response. That call came out at 10:25 a.m. and 32 seconds. We had officers on scene at 10:25 and 57 seconds. The suspect, again, we're in the preliminary stages right now, was neutralized at 10:33:44 in the parking lot of that church. That suspect is a 40-year-old male from the city of Burton, who we identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford. That's Thomas Jacob Sanford, S-A-N-F-O-R-D. Currently where we're at, an update, I gave you 10 victims who were victims of gunshot. Since then, we have 2 victims who are now deceased. One additional one had died at a local hospital. And again, that suspect is deceased as well. 7 other victims at this time are in stable condition. 1 is in critical condition. Now, for the reunification, I had a question earlier about, hey, where can people call to see if their loved one is okay at the reunification center? I want to provide a number for you for that. It's 248-705-7352. Also, I know that our community is hurting right now, and we want to provide some resources for our community moving forward. At the Genesis Athletic Club in Grand Blanc for Monday and Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., we will have services for the community. From Wednesday to Friday, those services will be available to our community at the Grand Blanc Senior Center. That's all I have for now. I will give you another update, another press conference at 8 p.m. Thank you.
Does anybody need any of those names spelled?
Can you spell the suspect's name one more time?
Sanford, S-A-N-F-O-R-D.
First and middle name?